I gotta get right to the point here. This is your friendly neighborhood black jacket coming to you again. This story about one of Joseph Smith's 30 wives, thereabouts, between 26 and 30 something, I don't know how many exactly. But the full video includes more than just Helen Mar Kimball. It includes a woman representing each of Joseph Smith's known other wives, known through his own journal entries and through the records of the church, where you can look in LDS.org and go to family records, the genealogical family group sheet records of Joseph Smith, and one after another shows him having been married and or sealed to all of these women. Many of them were not even virgins. Some of them were widows, and some of them were still married to husband number one when Joseph Smith took her and had himself sealed to her. This is what Warren Jeffs did. Warren Jeffs of the FLDS actually was practicing, is more in sync with what Joseph Smith did in terms of the polygamy question. But in verse 61 of the Doctrine and Covenants, section 132, and I might add that it's a bit of deceptive practice by the LDS Church when it says revelation given through Joseph Smith in Nauvoo, Joseph Smith the prophet at Nauvoo, Illinois, recorded on July 12th, 1843. Doesn't say it was given to him in July of 1843. It said it was recorded in 1843. This is a big difference because Mormons even claim that Joseph Smith was practicing polygamy. Only Brigham Young later practiced it in Utah, and that is a big lie. Joseph Smith was practicing polygamy at least a full year to a year and a half before this section was recorded in 1843. And in verse 61, we read specifically, verse 61, section 132, as pertaining to the law of the priesthood. Now you got to get a hold of this. If any man espouse a virgin and desire to espouse another, and the first give her consent, and if he espouse the second, and they are virgins and have vowed to no other man, then is he justified. He cannot commit adultery. Okay, and then in verse 63 it says, for they are given unto him to multiply and replenish the earth according to my commandment. Thus saith the Lord. It's okay. So we're talking about virgins, and we're talking about the virgins being given unto him for a purpose, to multiply. How do you multiply and replenish the earth? What is the mechanism for doing that? Isn't it sexual intercourse? See, now this doesn't include all of the non-virgins that Joseph Smith sealed himself to, and the widows, and those who were still married to other men at the time he took them and was sealed to them. In other words, there were 6 to 8 of them who were of these women who were polyandrous, in a polyandrous relationship. That's all I got to say about that. I think my computer is not going to record the full 10 minutes that I want to devote to this. But I think I'll have to stop at this point because I don't think it's going to record it all.